そのまま死ね。
Welcome back, fellow scrubs. So as you can see there, we have a new character in play. How about that? If you missed it on Twitter somehow, then you can see it there, or YouTube, or wherever else it was posted, Facebook, etc., etc. Can't even remember where I am anymore. Getting to be a senile boomer. It's the end is near. Anyway, welcome. We are going to take our first look at Iori, get some sprites together, and get a little... Oh, and my microphone's falling off its friggin' thing here. Hold on a second. Alright, that might be a little better. If it falls off during the program, I apologize. You'll hear a big thunk and all that. I got a $15 Amazon microphone holder, and it's lasted for a few years, and I'm pretty happy about that. But it's definitely seen better days. So anyway, welcome one, welcome all. Here is actually the sprite data that we extracted for Iori. I believe this is the Match of the Millennium set of sprites, which actually has more stuff than his KOF R2 R1. And well, he's technically in Gal Fighters. I was gonna say Gal Fighters, but that's a bit different because he's Miss X in Gal Fighters. So if you played SNK Heroines, you might know who Miss X is. And Iori in disguise, not a very good disguise. It's not intended to be, but let's see here. Where is... Yeah, here's the Miss X version. So it's a Iori in drag, basically. I guess, I don't know if he wants to be the Queen of Fighters or something. I don't know exactly what's going on there, but so yeah, technically he's in that one, but I don't think we'll be getting much mileage out of these sprites, so it just kind of is what it is. Hey, Raito, what's up? So I've gone ahead and colored the sprites here, which you might be like, oh Jesus, why has he got pink hair and shit? What's going on? Alright, it's just a way for me to separate the colors so that it's easier to work with, but it'll probably end up being colored more or less like this. And let's see, 247, 247. There. That might be a little easier for you guys to look at. There he is. So I went through and I colored all the official sprites that exist. And if you use a vibrant dark purple color for his outline, I tried dark purple. I wasn't sure I was happy with it. It's kind of hard to tell until I get it in game to compare it with like other stuff on actual backgrounds and stuff. But I ended up going with dark blue, at least for the first part. I also felt that a lot of other characters will also have dark purple. I'm not sure I wanted to saturate it completely in that direction. But yeah, as you can see, it really doesn't seem to make too much difference. It actually makes him look more brown than anything. Actually gives him more of a brown kind of color. So I chose that deep blue as a way to keep his palette in the cool region. Make him look a little more chill. I don't imagine him looking brown like you can see here. It almost looks brownish because of the red. It acts like almost a darker red shade, at least to my eyes. You can bump up the intensity, but then you kind of lose the fact that it's dark clothing. And then, like, I think it ends up getting a little too weird that way. So I ended up going with the dark blue. But again, the intensity of the colors and all that are going to change over time as we put things actually in game and such. And actually that process is taking place over through Ryu, Ken, and Terry. But they've all undergone a sort of tweak once they're in the game. So think of this as a rough draft of the colorization. Oh yeah, well, we'll keep it on this for now. So part of what we're going to do today is to figure out, alright, we've got all these frames of animation. So what are we going to do about, sequencing them and getting them on a sheet and all that stuff? So I did not go ahead and create a sprite sheet ahead of time using sprite rips, so we don't actually have to compare anything like we did with Chun's stuff and just go right to it. I can change the stance animation. That's a good question. You may notice that Iori's stance animation is not the same as it normally would be. So just to pull up an example here. We go to his animations. I can already kind of see it there. But note how his stance looks with his arm crossed over and all that, and then look at his pocket stance down here. You'll notice a big difference where his arms are apart and all that. And I think I understand why they did it that way, and I'll explain that in a minute. But it is also worth noting that, as we were just discussing actually, Miss X has the animation that's more normal. It's more like the standard Iori pose. So we might be able to get away doing it. But I believe the reason that they didn't do this to begin with, and actually this makes more sense in 3-color mode. So let's see. Let's take the original block set here. And you'll see what I mean in a second. You might be able to pick it up. Get him on a gray. Get him a red. Something like that should be alright. That's pretty much it. So that's his normal black and white. Or, well, not black and white, but, it's 3-color form from the Pocket games. So, yeah, here's his stance. And then let's pick out, here's a good example, here. They have Iori's arm crossed over his body, but look what they had to do because of it. Notice that there's these patches here that they actually shaded on the arm, and that's not the only time they've done this on his sheet. There's actually a few selective red marks in other places. And if you do take away that shading, it almost somewhat muddies the detail of it, because you can't tell the difference between the arm and the torso, or any kind of like depth on there. So I think they added that highlight as sort of a way to deal with the fact that they didn't have enough colors to shade his coat differently than his outline. And I believe that's why they didn't do it initially. I think they felt that the detail in the 3-color version just wasn't up to snuff to do it. So they may have tried it and then decided against it once they saw the result. Now, Iori was made pretty early in the life cycle of these games, so the skill of the animator and the techniques used had changed over time. So I think it's possible to be able to pull that off, especially since we're using a bit more colors. But they didn't feel with the 3 colors that it was necessary. So here's another part that they used the red in. You see right here. That's a bad outline color. The red here on his cuff here, but it's not supposed to be red. Obviously, it's supposed to be white. But in some cases, because the hand is white and the cuffs are white, they actually colored some of the cuffs, a part of the cuffs, red to deal with the fact that it looks a little weird. Like, you look here and it's like, okay, well, where does the hand end and the cuff begin? You can kind of see it a little bit, but it's a little muddy. So I understand their decision on doing a few things like that. Like right here, they made that part of the cuff red, you know, as though it was shaded or in the background. But if you do take that away, yeah, the hand gets a little muddy. So I understand that. And I believe that's part of why they did this way. So if they did have his arm over him like they do here, I think they would have wanted to shade it, but they felt that wasn't the look that they wanted. They wanted his coat to just be the outline color. And that was probably the correct decision to go with, at least color-wise. But I think it should be possible. Here's another good example, where both the cuff pieces are actually red here. And you kind of don't notice it, but it really helps you distinguish between the hand and the cuff. Like right here, they did the same thing again. So if this was white, it looks like now it's part of the hand. You can't tell the difference. So it's a good way to differentiate that. Now, thankfully, we don't have to do that. We're using more colors. I will have a classic palette, so these details in the process of conversion will be kind of overrun, so I don't know how that's going to look. But I'm not sure that I want to bother sacrificing anything in particular to make these stay. But we'll see. We'll see how it looks. So this is what we ended up with then at this point. Yeah, that's true. It could be different people worked on animations over time as well. Definitely, now Kyo's is the same way. Not to get too ahead or off topic, but let's see, do I have his original sheet? I got his references. Let's see. Do we have the original? I guess this must be one they worked on. Now look at Kyo's pose. It's not quite right either. He has the same thing where his arms are spread out a bit more. Just to compare that. It's classic Kyo. See where his arms are actually across his body a little bit more. In here. Right here they're spread apart. And here they're actually across his body. They do spread a little bit during the animation, but not like this does. So I think that was, again, a detail issue. Where they're like, I don't know, it looks a little too muddy like that. But eventually, you know, as they got better with the sprites, they started getting a little bit more detailed and all that with them. Which, you know, you can obviously see with Miss X's here. Where they did actually use the original stance. Although they were aided by the fact that they had a little more, like, clarity here to work with the outfit that they chose. But still, I think it should be doable, and I would like to attempt it. So we had actually talked about that a little bit behind the scenes. Otherwise, there's not too much to really take from this act. It's pretty much the same sprites, just with you know, the dress or whatever schoolgirl outfit on top of it. So I guess that's that for that. Say no to that. So I'm no Iori expert. Now we've got other people on the team that are a bit more familiar with them, or very familiar with them. In fact, Iori is actually the most requested character for this project, so. That's why he's standing up there today on the podium. He won out over the other pending characters. So I'm not 100% familiar with his animation, so what I'd like to do is to kind of start assembling his sheet. And the way to do that would be to grab the animations from the actual games and then see, you know, if we can find a way to sequence them, you know, in the sheet so that they kind of make sense. So let's see. I need to. Okay, I gotta log into a thing. So hold on a second. Fade to black, or actually, you know what? There you go. Go look at the emblem there. gonna be using XSplit to capture the footage here, but I not only have to log in as admin, but I also have to log into XSplit, so can't let you see that. It's a big old no-no. Okay, I think that's all set. Let's bring her back, and we'll go to Steam, and we'll pick 98 as our base model here. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. So let me grab. Get out of the way. So essentially I'm gonna record it with XSplit, and then we'll see the animations and kind of just go frame by frame and see what's up on. I don't mean so much as in the moves, but you know, just as general the way his animations work, just to construct a sprite sheet. But I suppose you could argue that this will also be a sort of impromptu check out of the character in that way. I was gonna say, I was going for Terry. I'm like, oh wait, no, hold on. Too used to checking out Terry. We'll pick Kyo as the one to beat up. Okay, we're gonna have them stand. Yeah, stand, no attack. No counter. Turn the guard off. Covering max. Where do we want to go? Yeah, let's go to under the bridge there. Okay. Yeah, he really does have a purple ass top, doesn't he? Like I said, we'll screw around with it and see what we get. Okay, normal stuff, fireballs, got Rekkas, got his DP, oh, DP, there's DP. Forgive me, I'm on a Xbox 360 pad. Let's see. Yeah, he's got that run-up thing. I'll be honest, I don't like that one so much. I'm gonna probably give him the jumping one, which I'm not sure if he has in this game. I don't know about that. Anyway, let me... Yeah, I was gonna say in 13 you gotta do EX Iori, not the base one. I'd like to check out 14 as well. And because he's got... I like the fact that they incorporated his flameless Iori claw effects into the flame Iori archetype, and I thought that was a neat little effect. I'd like to add something like that with it. Yeah, oh man, supers are a big discussion. We had a whole big fucking discussion about them. So, I mean, yeah, obviously you need this one. That's just, of course. Let's see, I'm pretty sure this one has the extension, right? Or no? Oh, that's the other one. I've been informed that that's called wine cups. Does he not have the extension in here? Guess not. Unless I'm doing it wrong. Is it down back or down forward? You gotta do down forward 4 times and then punch, right? And then he would do like an extension here. Yeah, I don't think it's in this one. It's not 98. Okay, that's what I thought. When did that... Was that first in 2000 or 99? When did that first come out? Got a little back kick here. Well, the reason I want to do it, number one, because it looks fucking cool. And it's cool that it's unique in the regard that it has an extension on its own. But it was in 2000, I believe, believe it was in 2000. I know it was definitely in 2002, but it was before that. I'm pretty sure it was in 2000. But I don't know if it was in 99 is the other part. But one of the reasons that I want to have it is because it looks cool as fuck. Like, not gonna lie, it's kind of real cool. But the other reason that I want to add it is that it allows Iori to have a level 2 super that can become a level 3 with that extension. So this one would just be the 2 bar. The one you see here would just be the 2 bar. And if you want to blow all 3 bars on it, you can do that. And it gives Iori actually a unique advantage in that if he messes up or changes his mind or whiffs it or whatever, he's actually not going to use all 3 of his bars. So it is a little bit of a plus. The hitbox can fail in 2000. That's funny. Yeah, actually, since you mentioned that, let's kick that up just so we can take a look at it. God bless Code Mystics. There he is. There's my cue. I like the white jacket one. You bet your ass that's the one we're putting in this game. Alright, so he's got that. Oh, I didn't do it fast enough, probably. Let's see, use a bag. Yeah, forward, down, forwards. Wait, hold on. Hold on. What's this? Oh. Is it? Yeah, there's that. Okay, that's all that was. I don't know about using that as a super. I kind of like it, to be honest. This thing. I could almost see it as an EX attack, though. One where, so he's got a normal, let's see, that's a run-up one. Where's, does he's got to have that jump one, right? Let's see. Fireball, Dark Thrust, Deadly Flower. Okay, that's his Rekka. Dark Thrust is, wait, hold on. Fireball. I think it's Fireball and Dark Thrust. Are those wrong here? The Fireball shows a Shoryu motion, but Dark Thrust shows that. Those should be backwards then, right? Because Fireball is absolutely a down forward. Dark Thrust is Fireball. What the fuck? Why is this one called Fireball then? What? Why is this one called Fireball? Alright, whatever. It's just Shoryu. Whatever they're gonna call it Fireball, that's fine too. I can't do anything with this fucking analog stick. There we go. Names are fucked up in the English translation a lot. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so there's our Fireball. Alright, he's got that. Oh, let's look again. Okay. So he's got that. Okay, that's his... That one, the Scum Gale? Scum Gale? Alright, that's his grab. Okay. If I can do it right. Oh my god, it's killing me. Or am I doing it backwards? No, that's yeah, it's half circle. Killing me here. There, okay. No, that was a normal grab. What the hell am I doing? Oh my god. Alright, you know what? I'm sick of this. Hold on. Sick of this goddamn controller. Can you believe it's been so long? I got shit stacked up on my stick. I haven't used that. Oh shit, did I hit my fucking I hit the HDMI cord when I threw that thing. I was just trying to be funny jackass and fucked up my monitor. I don't think it stopped the video on the other end, but that's funny. Alright. Alright. There we go. I can do things again. Look at that. Look at that. No confusion on Fireball and Fireball. That's fucked up. Alright. Yeah. Alright. So, I guess he doesn't have a special version of that. In SCC Chaos he does, doesn't he? Or no? Where he jumps up in the air and comes down? Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as this, but a special. I thought he had that in one of the games. Like, Iori doesn't change a lot, but sometimes he changes. I thought he had that in 98. Alright, well, anyway, let's see. Man, I'm not doing it right. Or not fast enough. Wow, really? Hold on. What is it now? Oh, you gotta press both the buttons. Okay. There you go. Oh, that looks cool. Oh yeah! There it is! It did fucking hit. Oh, that's funny. Alright, we'll make sure it hits on ours. Oh my god. That's funny. Right. That is fucking funny. There it goes. Alright, let's see. Yeah, good point. How much does it really do? Wow, it didn't do dick shit. Look at that. What was it? What? It didn't do shit. Let's see, he's got the... versus this one. Okay, it doesn't do... I guess supers don't do too mad damage in here. So that wasn't too bad. It... Yeah, well, I'll make it worth it. Looks cool. Alright, let's see. Oh god, yeah, look at that. So that does like, what? 2.2 bars, the little bars on top of damage. And so you don't even get the, oh, I don't think you even get all the hits. Oh wait, hold on, he's already damaged, let him recover. Come on. Oh, there you go. I don't even think you get all the hits at the end. It just kind of interrupts that. Yeah, so you get a little bit extra. Huh. Well, it looks cool. Fuck it. I guess this one doesn't do too much more. So your trade-off here is you can get a safe second super in for like 10% less damage than using that one in its entirety. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So it's about 8% difference. So that wasn't too far off. Yeah. I didn't do anything KOF for me is a pain in the ass. Still not worth it. Yeah, well, the only reason it would be worth it is that you don't, if you miss this, you have that safety of I didn't use that extra bar. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, and yeah, you're right, because you can, let's say that it didn't fail, that would be the benefit. But yeah, since it's got a failure rate on it, I wouldn't trust the fucking thing. Let's see. And that's supposed to be a target combo of some sort. Is it? Oh, there's something. Hold on. How come I can't do it off of this? Yeah, I was gonna say, I think because there's a little bit of a window where you can do it late. Hold on. So this... So you can only get the second hit on this if you start it with a heavy? But then it kind of just whips. What's up with that? What's up with that? Dream Blast. Yeah, 4. How come I can't get the second one? Oh, maybe I'm just not doing it right? Oh, I gotta do it later. More precision, I guess. Okay. I was doing it wrong like an idiot. It seems to be like way easier to do with the heavy though, for some reason. Mr. Sujano sent me here. Fight time. Yeah, fight time. Okay. Does Iori have armor on his DPs like Kyo does? Or is he just kinda he's different? I know he's got invincibility on one of them. I think he had it, but not sure. Yeah, I'd say he's got his overhead kick. That's another thing he's got. Yeah, 2002 really changed a lot of the dynamics of the moves. You know, when you compare them to 98, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I thought. I heard there was invincibility on it. I just didn't know if it was an armored invincibility or just plain out you just can't beat it. I don't know if it was the. Wouldn't know if it was the light or the heavy though. Let's see, can you? Oh, you can't. Hold on. You can't cancel out of that, can you? You gotta do the second hit. Nope, can't cancel out of that either. Unless I'm doing it wrong. Just trying to get an idea what he can do. Just kind of screwing around with him. But yeah, alright, well, whatever. Oh yeah, he's a lot less purple in this game too. He's very much more black. Just black, very green tinted black. Something about his 4 command moves that feels pretty weird about him, especially because none of them can be cancelled with a special move. He looks like he's wearing the Mexican flag. Well, how appropriate then. Whoa, is that a CD? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? It's just some karate chop? What? Alright, this one looks normal. This is his 98 one? I don't know if I've ever seen his CD. It looks so goofy. What? It looks like he's trying to do Kyo's down HP, but it's just coming out weird. But this one's kind of a shoulder bump. It's not too bad. It's very Iori-ish, I guess. Yeah, so he's only got 2. No, he's got more shit. Flame Disentangle. Okay, yeah, okay, that's his max SD. Max 2 Flame Disentangle. No, that's not it. Hold on, I did that backwards, I think. Yeah. I'm looking at it in reverse because he's on the other side. Is that right? LPSP. Or do I have to be? I have to be low health, right? I'm trying to remember how. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's that one. Okay. Yeah. It's that one. Okay. Yeah. That's funny that it doesn't start up with a super flash like this one does. Okay, so yeah, about that one. That was one that we were thinking about. I actually went ahead and made a couple sprites for this animation if we wanted to use it. I don't think since I've done it, I've been kind of reconsidering it. I do definitely want this one. I think Wine Cups is pretty useless. This one? Oh, hold on. He's got it, right? Well, we don't have wine cups. He's got this one. He's got that one. Okay, you don't have wine cups in this game. Yeah, I think so too. It's kind of cool that way. Where it's just whoosh. And then it gives you. I kind of like the way that he holds them down and then like blows their face out with flames. Because in 13 he jumps and it's like immediately a flame tower. It's a little different. In this one he actually like grabs them and waits and then just takes them for a fucking ride. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But again, that kind of that kind of move like this, I'm not sure if I'd want to use that as a super move or otherwise. So let's go back to 98 for a minute. Let me actually look at the list here. Because like I said, I could make that move. I could make that move, an EX move, easily. Where he jumps over and then throws you in the air. Like, it doesn't have to be super. Like, I made Terry's high angle geyser that turned into an EX move, and I thought it worked pretty well that way. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Oh, this ain't under the bridge. I'm sorry. Well, I like the train stage anyway. Okay. Oh, no, I got the weird colors. Hold on. I don't like that. Sometimes you don't know what games do what now. Them old games, they use Light Punch for the default. They don't use A on the Xbox controller. Alright, so let's take a look. Slash Talon. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so see how he's got this as a special move? I heard you could, like, cancel out of it or something? You could cancel special out of it? But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you could cancel... Oh, no, that's not it. You can cancel and of course circle back P. Really? Okay. Huh. Do I have to do it late or something? Oh, there it is. You gotta do it early. Okay. Oh, that's not it. Yeah. Am I doing it wrong? Oh, I'm sorry. It's forward. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I taunted by accident. Shit. Slightly. We're going to be recording animations in a minute, but I was just taking a look at the move list at the very basics to kind of see what's going on here. Okay, that's that one. That's his run thing. Yes, and then Scum Gale. Or was it with Punch? Yeah, it's with Punch. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, you can get it right. Yeah, no, you can get the other one. Oh man, I'm fucking up, man. Keep doing it wrong. Timing's pretty precise. Yeah, you gotta do it early. Oh wait, what the hell was that? That didn't look like his record. Yeah, there you go. We looked at 2002 a few minutes ago, a little bit, because he doesn't have the super extension in this one. Oh, this ain't my Iori. This is 98's Iori. This is my Iori. It's a little different. But thank you. Yeah. Oh, I did the command grab by accident? Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, I bet you do it. Yeah, it looks weird when you do it out here. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I like this move. It just looks cool, and if it goes a little higher, or hell, it didn't even have to go a little higher. It could go under fireballs, perhaps, or over fireballs, perhaps. Not Hadokens, but you know, like the ground waves, because they do have different kind of hitboxes there. I'm trying to make sure that they act a little bit different. Back quarter circle punch. Yeah, no, I know he's got ripples. Let's see. That's pretty much all he's got, right? Dark Dust Gun, yeah. The Talon Cone. / Talon Cone. And of course, he's got wine cups. I don't know if I've never talked to anybody who said that wine cups was useful, so I don't think we're going to be doing that, and I'm going to waste a slot with that if it's kind of useless. Lily, that's what they call it, Lily Breaker. Of course, you're not going to hit him there, but that's what they call it, huh? Lily Breaker. You can't get over him though with a hop, right? I don't know. Well, anyway, all right. So let's see. Let's get some basic animations recorded here. So I do have XSplit, and I'm gonna go back to the other controller for a bit, so I don't have to have this thing sitting on my lap the whole time. Okay. First order of business, just get him sitting there. So we're just gonna do local recording. Oh shit, let me turn, hold on. Let me turn the mouse cursor on. Okay, now it's re-record. And it just is what it is. He's just doing this thing. And then we'll have him walk back, walk forward, dash back, dash forward. Okay, that should help. Should be good for our first bit here. So now I have to got here thing. So with this Zoom player, this is called Zoom Player. It's free. You can do frame advance, so you can increment the frames to figure out what the timing is. So I recorded at 60 frames per second, and so you can see it moving and adjusting, and then you can go back and then check it again. So this is really good for animation stuff. So we'll want to take a look. Like, his stance is pretty cut and dry. Obviously it's not the same one as you normally see, but we will throw something together here. That's the same palette. So let's just cut and paste this one right in here. Well, I'll shrink down the space between them. They're pretty good as is. I'm sure that's fine. We don't have a true reference for that, so we'll move on to walking. Which in the pocket sprites he doesn't have. He doesn't have a different animation for walking forward and back. But I'm going to assume that it ends up looking like this, where we got the duplicate. Now let's starts walking here. It does have a startup frame, so you may be able to simulate. So that is, wow, it's actually not like anywhere near what it is. That's kind of this frame. Yeah, that's more or less that, and then he comes back. and spreads back out. But it's not really that. And he does have the same sprites going forward and back. That's interesting. Or it appears to be. No, maybe not. It looks like he's actually bending backwards there. Let's see what he looks like going forward again. Yeah, his torso is actually forward, but his legs look the same. So there is a difference there. Oh, you had different idle animation, huh? Yeah, that's true. They did resprite a few of the idle animations for that game, didn't they? Good point. Alright, we'll check that out in a minute. So yeah, that looks pretty cut and dry. I like to denote the duplicates like that. And then so we should say that walk backwards, actually it's the same animation. I don't think they even change anything. Because it just goes from here to here to here to here. So even if you reverse it, you're actually not going to get a different look to it. Because it looks the same way going one way as the other. So it's literally the same exact animation. It's not even reversed because you wouldn't notice the difference. Alright, backdash. Oh, did I close it? I closed it. I'm going to assume that the pocket sprites are based off this 98.99 sprites. Let's see. Okay. Okay, here starts that animation. So he crouches down and he jumps back up. Does he have that kind of half-crouched sprite to him? There's a few transition sprites that we usually have to make when we put them in the game. They just don't quite have all the little details. His are pretty scattered about though, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's something later on here. Oh, no. Oh, here it is. Here's one. Son of a bitch. There it is. That works. Okay, so that's frame 1. And second frame is that jump back. Pretty sure that's this one? No. That's his spot dodge. That's his S groove. Here it is. Okay. Next. He actually does change his legs, but I don't think there's a frame for that. And then he lands, and that's it. Okay. He lands on one foot. I highly doubt there's a frame for that, but yeah, I don't see equivalents for those two. I wouldn't expect them to put that in the... They've only got so much space when they make these sprites. I'm not surprised that they're not in there. That's okay. Then he just needs to kind of land back on his feet, and that's it. So what we can do here, at least for now, it's going to get super fancy later, but there you go. Jump back and back to the same crouch. Alright. And next is his run forward. He's got some kind of startup frame there. Then he... Yeah, and this of course is already done because he has running Match with Millennium. So I don't expect any surprises here. We do have to come up with a run stop though. That's not something they typically have in KOF. Yeah, they kind of just come to an abrupt stop. Oh, he does have something here. That's funny. And then he comes up that way. Okay, alright. So it looks like this one. Gotta move this over. Looks like he comes to a stop and comes to a frame like this. But he's got some kind of slide frame where his feet are out. It's interesting. Where is it now? Oh, wow, that's quick. It's like one frame. Yeah, that. Does he have something like that here? Particularly see anything. That's an interesting frame. This one almost looks like a stand-up frame, which I think he just uses this as his get-up frame, but that doesn't really help. It's not like he falls to his knees and then has to stand up. It'll have to be something else. Now the Shotos definitely have a frame like that, though it's kind of like their backdash frame. Yeah, Iori's wouldn't work for that, but I did use on Ryu his run stop if it's shown here. Alright, that's the old one. I don't use that one. I actually end up using the backdash frame because it's like skidding his foot forward, but that's really what Iori's doing here in this frame. Essentially, it's kind of like skidding to a stop. That's funny. It's only one frame long though. You never see it. You just never see it. I don't think we see any. Anything that might help. What his arms look like? They're out, right? Yeah, I don't think he has any real equivalents to that. So that would be something we might want to just make. Just make it. Oh, I love this pose though. This is definitely going to be the get the hell off me. Like when he techs a throw or something, to throw him back like that. That would be great. That would be a great animation for that. Or even the push block. Just get the hell off me. And I guess I'll have to put a bookmark in this one. So we'll... better explanation point than that. There we go. Good enough. You can see it. Probably should have made it green. It would stand out more, right? Let's do that. Okay. Mangled green and red explanation point. That looks better. Alright. Jump. Yeah, this one's going to be easy. So he's probably going to use this as his start frame. So that seems to be his go-to crouching or springboarding his knees kind of pose. And then that just leads to this, which leads to... how's his falling pose? Where's his falling pose? Or is it the same? Did he not have a different one? That's funny. Maybe I was thinking of this one. But that's part of his DP. That's funny. He doesn't have one. Let's see. Yeah, I guess he just uses... yeah, his hair doesn't seem to change. I'll record it just for the hell of it, but close that. Take a look at it, but I have a feeling that it doesn't do anything. Probably doesn't change going back or forward either, does it? No. So we'll take a look at his roll. Windows are getting in the way here. There we go. Alright, let's look at this here. Jumpy jump jump. Okay, yep. Up. Gets to that pose, and wow, he doesn't actually even get back to his full frame there. I guess it just goes back to this in the pocket style. Which, alright, whatever. That works. Dupe. And he'll go back to this when he lands. And it looks like his forward jump is going to be the same. Yeah, they don't look any different, so okay. It's the same. Alright, they're all dupes, and so will back jumps. Crouch down. Pretty sure we can use this frame. Don't need to capture that animation. We know what that is. That's his guard crouch, but this is his normal. Down he goes. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna get a copy of this. Call it transfer. Because we're literally eliminating sprites off of here so we don't have any duplicates. I do want to save that progress. Crouch turnaround. Which must be this. So it ends up being something like that. And these are duplicates, so there's that. And I know the top turnaround, standing turnaround, is gonna end up being like this, I guess. Actually, it looks a little strange that way, to be completely honest. So you think that it should be turned around. If you think of it as this, let's get a grid and align these properly. You can kind of get what it looks like. Oh no, that works. Okay, when I see it in this context, I guess that makes more sense. There's the doggo. You can hear him. One of the doggos. What frame now? You think, oh, like this one being his stop frame? I think I see what you're saying. If he's running and then he hits this, kind of? I don't know. There's not a lot of action in it, though. Maybe if the legs were different. Oh, one of the crouch ones. Maybe. But again, it looks like he's... I don't want him to look like he's fallen to his knees when he does it. He goes from here and then back up to here. I don't know. Something a little weird about it. The motion is kind of there. The legs are a little too short, I think. But I see what you're getting at. Alright, so this doesn't look as goofy as I thought. The only thing is, it's weird that he looks backwards. Again. Could just turn his eye around. Let's look at without the grid. That might not actually be too terrible. That actually creates a new frame, but that's alright by me. Of course, these are dupes. Control D. There. I juggle 3 different programs with 3 different shortcuts, and now it's starting to kill me. Yeah, I'll think about this frame. It looks okay-ish, but yeah, we'll see. Should give maybe a little bit of extra motion there. Because he's swinging his hair forward too, so that works. The way the hair comes, you know, it's gonna come this way. So that works. It was just the eye that was strange, but we flipped it, so it's okay now, I think. Okay. And standing up is the same as crouch down, just a reverse light punch. Get him over here. Heavy punch. Light kick. Heavy kick. Okay. Let's start with those. I'm guessing it's this one. Come on. Oh, miss. Oh, huh. That is not. There's no frame that seems to represent that. Alright, this one's definitely that frame. And that's definitely that frame. So we at least have that we can say for sure. So we're gonna swap these around back and forth. And we'll move this one out. Now we'll say this one's the dupe. Okay. Right. Yeah, then he kind of relaxes. Yep, pulls it back. That goes back to I. Let's take a look. So can we find a frame that is this? It's like pulled back on his with his arm there. It's almost kind of like a reverse version of this. I don't really see anything that resembles it. It wouldn't be completely necessary to have that one, but just kind of curious about that. What's that look like? The stance is not really right though. Just for the heck of that, let's see. There's not enough motion in the stance. I don't think it would actually come out well. Like that leg doesn't even move. You'd only really see him pivot like that. I don't know. I'm not sure that that's enough to warrant the use of it. Alright, for now I'm just going to leave it alone. I'll keep it in the back of my mind and maybe we'll see something as we go along. Alright, this one, the heavy punch. Should be pretty cut and dry here. Let's see. I think it's gonna start with that, is it? Nope. Okay. Brings it up and back. Down. Through. So. Interesting. Okay. Is that frame backwards? This frame's backwards. Okay, alright. This one's gonna be a little wonky, I think. I honestly don't think that this one goes with the rest of them. Doesn't look quite right. I don't know, maybe because he's got his arm like this, but... Alright, fuck it, we'll use it for now. Alright, we don't need this. Okay, fuck it, let's heavy punch. So that's that frame. I guess this is supposed to be this frame then. And then this is here, so that's his arms all the way down. There's no frame for that. But then he ends up like this. It's actually this in reverse. It actually needs to be mirrored then. Alright, that looks a little better there. Try and take a survey to see if there's maybe a frame somewhere that they may have used for the one where his arm's completely down. I don't happen to see anything like that. This must be his command grab. Yeah, I don't see anything about it. Yeah, I don't see anything that's... Wait, hold up. What the hell is this? Is this the same thing as the other one? No, it's not. Okay, that would be if he leaned in with it, but I don't think that's what he's doing here. No, he's definitely in this pose. So that's not a thing. That must be a different... Oh, then it's, yeah, I think it's 4-day. And he kind of like brings himself back up, huh? Which I don't really see anything for that. You may come across something that might work. Yeah, it's not really the same as that one. So it goes to here. And he really should have some kind of stance to go back to standing because he's kind of turned around there. Be nice. Oh, you know what we could do? To be honest. Turn this one around. There. He's getting back into his stance there. So that's a duplicate, but that'll even it up a little. So that works. Cool. I like that. Light kick. So it's a little kick forward, right? Boop. Yeah. has... I don't see any other frames. Wouldn't be surprised if they did boil this down to 2 frames here. That one and that one. It's got some kind of startup frame going on, but for our purposes, it may not be completely necessary. Something like that, huh? Almost kind of looks like, to be honest, that this one could be this frame. It does look like he's bringing his leg in to kick. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that looks pretty good, actually. The only thing I don't like is that the hand is enlarged here. Might have some other purpose. Like, that's kind of like the grab animation almost. It does kind of look cool here, though, I'm not gonna lie. Let's keep it for now. Oh, that was just my controller. Alright, we're good. Sometimes my audio equipment makes that noise when it blows up on me. Cool. Okay. That was pretty easy. Oh, we didn't look at the recovery, did we? No. That's pretty much the same in reverse. Okay. Heavy kick. I'm assuming it's just this here. Hi, chat says, just passing to tell you that you're doing an amazing work. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like it. Oh, there it is. Okay, he's got some kind of like twists going on here. He's got this. This looks like the first frame that I see here. So let's start with that. They do cut a lot of frames on attacks in the pocket style, so I'm not going to be amazed if that's really what they just did. They just said, okay, that frame's that one. And I know there's another frame there that they're not showing. It might be later. I know it's a little smoother than that. In the pocket games. Maybe they added it later on. Ah! I believe it's this one. Right? Yeah, it's this frame. A big old clown boot. Why is his foot so big there? Yeah, it's because it's coming toward the camera. Like it's already bigger when they attack. I don't know. It's this clown boot going on. Okay. Then it looks like this one is what they used, and that's it. It ends there. So, is there something we can use for those startup frames then? So there's that. that. We could probably just start with this one. Although him looking... If we have him start with this, like he's starting to turn back. I think Ryu's kick did this actually. They have him looking back with this frame. Check this out. Yeah. That's part of his turning around, shifting his weight back the other way. And then, yeah, so do we have one of those? Turn back with his legs twisted. Or bent, rather. Well, that kind of is. It's almost kind of like this, but that's not quite the same thing. Or, well, actually, hell, kind of is. Let's take a look at this. I copy it first before I delete it off that sheet. And he's crouching too much. Crouching down. I don't like it. It's not right. I don't see it. I don't see it. Nope. Okay. I'll just be what it is then. This is still pretty good here. Just having this startup frame is very helpful. So let's just move it in here with the others. That's not too bad for that sequence. Crouching light punch. Alright. Is that all I did here? Okay. Start recording. Actually moving forward, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Just kind of curious as to what kind of frames they used here. Oh, that went by quick. It's a quick croucher. Okay, nothing too interesting there. Well, okay, this was the extended in the pre-frame. Yeah, okay. This one's probably going to be pretty simple, they usually are. For the crouching lights. Usually only about 2 frames. Oh. Cut a little more off there. There's a duplicate. And now crouching heavy punch is going to be a lot different. Punch and bring it back. Just get crouching light kicks next, I think. Yeah. Don't expect anything too interesting here. Either, for the same reasons. And I can spot it already. they're in the right order this time. Basic back and forth frightening or timing. Okay, here we are. Like a palm strike. The way that it looks here. Yeah, he is actually slashing with his fingernails, I guess. I wouldn't say they were claws. Well, Iori is the OG emo. It's not this one, this is a different one. But it's this one. Yeah, that's this one here. And they kind of skip up to this one. And we're looking for this. I'm sure it's here somewhere, but it's just not with the other ones. I could have sworn I've seen a frame that was this one. Look at it again. Yeah, we're up over. It's not this one. That's his fireball. Or is it up higher maybe? This is his Rekka. I could have sworn he had one. Oh, here, down here. As I go by it 3 times. Yeah, that looks right. That looks like it. Yep, and then that's this one. And he brings it back down. Kind of looks like they used something similar to this at the end. Get him back in position properly. I wouldn't use it as a starter though. I think it would be a bit too much for the startup of the animation. It'll lose its snap. So there's that one. Alright, crouching heavy kick, everybody's favorite. Iori wears those, what are gonna be his moves? That's in flux right now. I think the basics, you know, you're gonna have your Rekkas, you're gonna have your fireballs, you're gonna have your DP. Command grab pretty much seem to be standard. His run up and grab move? I don't know, he seems to get it a lot, I'm not really sure what it's useful for. But I guess. I really would like the, this one here. Because this just looks cool. So I'd like to, come on. I'd like to have that one. Oh my god, this controller. I can't do it on this controller. I can't do it on this controller. Alright, hold on. Let me try a different one. I mean, I could plug the stick in, but it's hard to type if the thing's on my lap, so I'm going to use the keyboard. Not at all. Not at all. Oh my god, this is even worse than the other. I'm not going to be able to do anything with this. Holy shit, that's funny. Let's see. But this is... What's a half circle for? It's half circle back with that. I don't know what this is used for. I'll be completely honest. It looks like something that would get you fucking nailed every time. I can even come out of it? Yeah. It looked like that comboed actually. It's funny. I have not seen KOF96 unuse special moves. I'll be completely honest, I don't think Iori needs anything special or unused or new for his thing. It'd be neat to see it, but I don't see using it for this. He's got a pretty established tool set, and people are going to expect that to be intact. But I would be curious. Alright, so... Oh, I know what that frame is. That's this frame. It's funny because it's probably part of what his role was supposed to be. And they must have reused it for this. Wait, hold on. He's got another one, but that's him laying down. Yeah, this is him with his knee up, so this is this one. Unless they have a special... No, they don't have a special one. So they must be manufacturing it with the other. So I bet it's this. I bet it's this. So yeah, he shoots out, falls down. Yeah, and then he's in this pose, right? Yeah. And then he brings himself back to this. Well, that's interesting. So we've already got a duplicate. And brings himself back to this. Okay. He might be able to get away with this frame here. I'm looking at it in terms of where does his arms end up versus going back to here. So his arm goes up. No, it doesn't work because this arm goes down. Well, no, this arm stays down too. I don't know. I just think this is probably a better transition back to here than doing this back to there, diagonal there. So I'm gonna leave it out. I can monkey with it after too. Iori had a test version of his pillar fireball move, but instead of making a pillar, it made a geyserish explosion, which could be potentially good for an EX fireball as it doesn't have full vertical range. Do you have footage of this, like a YouTube or something? I'd like to see it. Yeah, that's true. We do definitely need some EX moves. And I still haven't figured out, I should say still, it's really early in development, but I haven't figured out the... Yeah, if you could get a link, I'd take a look at that. I haven't figured out what I want him to have in Power Max mode, so there could be some potential here. Really could be some potential here for that. Okay, so next is... Oh, the air ones. Okay. Now these ones are going to be a little interesting. Because the pocket sprites don't typically have air startup frames. So it'd be a really good idea to see how these actually look in the air. So... Oh yeah, we can short hop them too. Oh, this would be easy to see. Because we can short hop them. So we'll do short hop and a normal one. And then because they have like a lasting frame when they're in air, and so this. Does he have anything special? I know he's got some kind of special elbow move or something, doesn't he? Maybe it's only forward. Unless this is what it's supposed to be. I thought it was a command normal though. He's obviously got this. Alright, let's take a look at him. Maybe it was in 2002 that they did that. Yeah, this one. Is this just his... Is this just his heavy punch in air? It might be, actually. Because here's light punch, light kick. I guess that's heavy punch, heavy... I thought that was command normal. I thought he had some kind of air command normal other than the back kick. Which is down here. Yeah, that's just his air C. Okay. Search it as King of Fighters 96. Evolution unused moves. The evolution on the name is because it comes from a hack that re-enabled the unused moves. Okay. Let's take a look. This ought to be interesting. Okay. Oh, huh. That's kind of interesting, actually. That's kind of progenitor to his super. Right, that one looked normal, isn't it? I mean, other than Red Lightning? Or is that normal? Like, I don't play 96, so I have no idea. Okay, that looked a little different than his normal. Oh, interesting. That's Star Dunk. Oh, shit, and that... shit, okay. That was a prototype Buster Wolf. That was a prototype Buster Wolf. If you've seen the design documents that they shared, let me go back. That's what they wanted Buster Wolf to look like. He was going to do 2 of those. So with I forget if S power or P power is the greater one, but with a level 1 he would do 1, and a level 2 he'd do 2 of those. That's basically what that was. That's really interesting. There's a big connection there. I wish I had the image to show, but we talked about it a few months back in the Discord. That's cool. Yeah, and that's basically a better Star Dunk. That's cool. That is cool shit. Alright, some new Andy stuff. That's pretty much like what his super ended up being. Okay, that's not too unusual for Joe. It's cool though. Oh, what the hell's that? What? Oh, what is that? Rio got all the wacky shit. What the fuck? I would say, yeah, probably hitting the corner, right? Yeah. Okay. This is some like Vegas shit. Oh, that's kind of neat. It's kind of what Gohan turned into in Fighter Z. he's just prototype Gohan. Okay, Yuri's got that. That's, yeah. It's basically her Shoryurepa. Okay. Alright, that's just looks like an unfinished one of her actual super, so that's interesting. Same with that. That doesn't really look new. Yeah. Okay, that one's actually got the effect on it. Not sure what the difference here is. That all looks normal. That's pretty cool. Okay, and that's just Charge Punch. Just whack looking what version of it. They probably changed the sprite IDs in the middle of the development. That might be why some of them look a little jank. Alright, that's pretty normal. I don't know if he had that super by that time. If that was just a prototype. Alright, that was a really jank looking. That's a really jank looking. And she does have that move, but that's a jank looking version. It's funny. Okay. I don't play Kenso. That looks familiar though. I couldn't tell you if he actually had it in the game though. Or if it's a progenitor for what came next. I don't know anything about Chin, so I don't know how different that is. I don't remember him having that much flame effect though, but okay, that's just a prototype. Whoa, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. That's not too unlike what his actual super is though. Chang? I don't know about them. I think he already has that. This might be a prototype version. I don't know much about Choi. Oh, that's strange looking. Again, some of the sprite IDs may have differed by the time that these moves were useless or going unused. So they may have some weirdness to them. I don't know, does Mai actually have a super like that? Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, that's interesting. And it traps him? Oh, dude, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's all he has? Oh, come on. That's all he's got? It's cool, though. It's cool. I wonder if it was meant to be a super or not. You're right, though. It does look like Geyser, doesn't it? Interesting. Alright, we gotta bookmark this shit. Alright, that doesn't look too unusual. I kinda wanna see what the rest of these guys have. How long is this? Oh, we're almost done. Cool. Okay. Oh, her, yeah. Oh. Oh, that's glitched as fuck. Look at that. That's funny. Alright, that's not too different. Wow, it just keeps going! It just keeps going. Dude, that's some JoJo's... CPS3 JoJo's Heritage for the Future shit right there. That is some JoJo shit. That's funny. Alright. So we did record those, right? Obviously this is going to be Air White Punch, but what comes before and after it is really what I'm looking for here. That's interesting though. You got a good point. That unused attack could be something to think about for an EX attack. It's actually kind of neat, and it stuns too. That's the really interesting part. It actually acts like wine cups, which I don't know, might be a little broken, but I don't know. It's there's some potential there. I'll admit there's some potential there. pretty cool. Alright. So go jump. Oh, Alright, let's look at the short hop version here. Really? I think punches down. That's a cool ass pose. I don't think he has that though. He might, but I don't need to see him. Hey! Oh! Thank you, Recto. I didn't know you haven't followed yet. That's why I'm looking at him like, hey, who is that? Oh, it's Recto. Wait, what? Or did you unfollow me just to follow me again? I don't remember. That's funny. Thank you either way though. Alright, we're looking for airborne frames that could be useful here. Okay, with 13's EX Fireball ball also stunned. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Good point. There are EX attacks in 13. I don't know how much it lasts though. Interesting. Okay. And 14 does too, of course. So we'll have to definitely take a look at those. Okay, I don't see any interesting airborne frames here. It doesn't have the pillar geyser though. Yeah, I don't remember seeing anything like that in any footage, so, but that's really neat. That's really neat. Or that could be his Power Max ability. That the fireballs just turn into a geyser, or maybe the EX1 turns into a geyser and stuns, or something like that. I don't know, something to think about at least. Either way. Yeah, I don't see any applicable frame here, unfortunately. Don't see anything. So we'll either have to manufacture one or bullshit one. Most of the time, when I end up bullshitting a startup frame in air, since we're not using air guard, I just use that. So then it does something like this. Like, it's not perfect of a motion, but it's better than going from straight jump frame to this, because you don't see any sort of hint of an animation startup if you don't have that. And that's a problem, because if it just comes out of nowhere, you know, that can be misleading. And they do this with the heavy buttons too sometimes in Match of the Millennium, and it bugs the shit out of me, because it just goes straight from jump frame to like this. And it's like, come on, really? Don't give me that shit. So typically what I end up doing is just exactly what you see here. If I don't have any other explicit frames to use, then I'll just do something like this. And there's always time, you know, later to perhaps add them. Or if we find one later that we're like, oh, that frame would actually look really good to start up for this, then we can do that. So yeah, let's look at like kick. Oh, there it is. Okay, so he starts off with this, and then he shoots out. Okay. So again, I'm not expecting there to be any frames here that will mimic that. However, you could bullshit it like this. It's fast enough that you may not notice that the foot's flat, but I'll be honest, it's not something that's unfixable. So what does the foot look like here? Oh, that's way different. We'll just have to wing it then. So what we can do here, just bullshit this really bad. Just bring the foot down, say the foot's shaped like this now instead. And so, got something like this. There. That looks more like an airframe. Something like that. Yeah. And then they give a little more curvature there. You could do that. And voila. Nice new air startup frame here. Let's see. Do something like that. Yeah, there you go. Nice, got a heel. And boom. I guess my only problem with it is that it looks big. So it kind of almost makes you think that it's going to turn into that. But the size between this and this part are actually pretty comparable. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. We can go with that. And there you go. And then he can just go back to this frame when it's done. And so we actually haven't used this frame now. This is for his overhead kick. So he goes up. And oh, he actually has a different full frame here. Well, we don't have that, so we'll just have to deal with it elsewise. Oh, there's the heavy kick. Alright, he's got some kind of crazy pose like this. And goes through here to here. That's the main pose. Okay. That's the main one we got. Hip kick. Alright, so what do we have that we can use to help the look of this? Alright, do we have any crazy shit like that? We've got some... Like, we've got this. Is that comparable? Yeah, he's facing the other way, though. I don't like that he's facing the other way. Thinking maybe want to frame maybe like that. Something could be edited perhaps with it. Get whittled down a little here. Yeah, down here. Yeah, he's just gotta be facing forward. He's not really doing that in anything here. His hand positions are back after. Really don't know about this one. Well, I'll be honest, this one probably works perhaps just as well over here as well. Even if just for a temporary. Oh yeah, then let's see, what do we have after this? He comes up and around, and then he's got a down frame, and And then that. Oh, Well, now that's interesting. This one is almost like this on the bottom, but it makes it look like an active frame. So I don't know how I feel about that. This is okay. It honestly kind of looks like this. Do you have anything else like that? This isn't too far off, actually, from that. I'm thinking he might have to have a different startup frame, though. Something that where, as you can see, the foot starts back here and comes up. It's kind of a circle motion, so we might have to make one of those. Yeah, and that's the last pose that he gets stuck in. Yeah, so I don't like this one here being the startup pose, but it's okay for the ending pose. So let's put something here. Makes me want to do this with it. It's kind of like, boom. There you go. Drop shadowed. Bam. There. That looks kind of cool. It really sticks out, you see it. Alright. Air heavy punch. Okay, it's down. Oh, that's whack. That's a whack-ass pose. He looks like he's standing. They probably edited some standing sprites. And then he comes down like this? Oh, that's weird. And yet the pocket sprites are just like, nah, it's one frame, bro. That's one frame. Okay. And then what? And he comes down and he comes back. Okay. That's gonna be a little whack. Little whack. Just a bit. Okay. Let's see. He's got his arm up and over his head. He's gonna come down. Do you have anything that looks like that? Honestly, this one kind of looks like that. Fuck it, we're gonna steal this frame. Alright, no, we're not gonna. We don't mark that duplicate. That's fine. We're actually transferring it. Because that really looks like this. It really does. Oh, it's the wrong arm, though. It's the wrong arm. Jeez, we even noticed. Fun fact, Iori's martial art is pure violence. If I explain the wacky poses. Yeah, I guess it would. Yeah, that pose kind of works, except that it's facing the wrong way, but I'll be honest, you probably won't notice it in motion. So for now, we'll fucking leave it, it's fine. Because of that, though, I'm mark this as a duplicate and not remove it from the other sheet. Alright, so there's that. That weird. Oh, that's his fireball pose, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's whack. That's his fireball pose. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty much his fireball pose. Oh! Well, if you've been here before, you know what that means. We are in the final stretch here. Alright, so time pretty much up. Just gonna finish this one up. Okay, it's that, and then it comes up off of it that way. Okay, there's one. Okay, and then after he's done, he goes. Oh, he actually goes to another pose. Well, boy. I doubt there's something that looks like this. I'm gonna just cheap it out and say, there you go. That works. It's kind of similar. Anyway, by the time you get to that part, so. Okay, and that's it. I don't think he has any air variants. Let's double check real quick. It's the same front and back and center. Front, back, center, front, back, center, front, back, center. Okay. Oh, that's second. Yeah, that second part's also active. That's funny. The second bit is still active. I'll have to look at the hitboxes on that. Yeah, so that's it for now. We'll pick this up next Monday. Go through more Iori stuff. I'll probably be doing some stuff throughout the week. And getting stuff. But to be honest, I'll probably be programming most of throughout the week for this project since we're trying to put the GGPO stuff in. And there's a lot of work left to do. A lot of work to get that system in place. So I'll be mostly handling that, and then I'll probably leave the sprites till next Monday, and then we can go through them. Then you can see how we go through it step by step. And I'll be doing a little bit of research probably between now and then to kind of see what I think of as different moves and stuff. So that should be fun. And other than that, we've got a Discord. If you want to yell at us in real time, I'll put the link in the chat. If you're watching here live on Twitch, there you go. If not, if you're watching on YouTube later, it's down below. That's pretty much it for that. And so we are a Patreon-funded stream, and I've got the most blessed people on the planet. I swear to God, anybody that's on the Patreon, you God bless all of you, because you are very generous people. So we got Zombie Killer, we got Corporal Chungus, we got Mike Cruz, Taryn Williams, AJ, and Bryce Nagoinum. Your top generals in the Scrub Army. So if you too want to be part of the Scrub Army, that link is down below. Got code samples, got builds, preview builds for this project and more. And that's pretty much it. So scrub out, have a good one. We'll see you back Monday. I'll be here Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not sure what we'll be playing on Saturday, but we'll figure it out. So see you guys later, scrub out, and have a good one.